At the boiling point, it's all about action. These are the boiling point takeaways.
So takeaway for me, there's so many, I don't even know where to start, but there's this, I had no idea that there's 250 million, I think you described them, displaced people or people on the move.
People on the move. About 65 million of those people are displaced, but about 250 million people that are on the move, yeah.
And I think for me, just this recognition, or maybe new recognition of how that impacts not only them as the people that are going to immigrating to a new culture, but also the culture that's adopting and this how things are changing. So I'm going to say that's probably the most profound takeaway for myself. I'm going to now film.
Remember, we're not telling the audience that we're actually filming right now.
Sorry.
Just joking. So, Dave, I would say my interesting takeaway is, Matt, your reminder of what culture is and the concept of agreements. You know, like, Dave, thanks for bringing up that funeral thing, because I find that really special about the St. John culture is people respect funeral processions. And I've been told that, I might be wrong, that other places in our very own province don't practice that. Smaller communities do. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you're from Fredericton or Moncton, I'd like to hear, but this is truly a St. John unspoken agreement, and that's part of our culture. And I'd like to think about that a little bit further too, as we go to visit other cultures and figure out what their unspoken agreements are. And what a great way to learn how to recognize our own unique bits of culture. You know, so I think that was it for me. Matt, how about you? What are some of your takeaways from your very own head?
from my very own head.
As opposed to from my head.
I'm just a vehicle. So for me, it's that it's kind of non-obvious. It's that making sense at a community level is really, really difficult. We saw the events of the day. There was a shooting in 2 mosques in New Zealand. And that makes it very, very obvious that the global conversation, which we have never, ever had until now, with the invention of Twitter and Facebook and the like, that making sense at a global level as a global community is incredibly difficult. But we have to find a way to do that. We have to find a way for systems to work better so that there are these series of agreements that allow us to form some kind of bridge to a future that is not unsettled, that is far more settled. So it's using this idea of culture as a set of agreements to make sense as a community and make sense out loud, have public conversations.
Awesome.
Yep.
Well, Matt, thank you for joining us on The Boiling Point.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Really appreciate it. And now the audience does know that we're filming. Dave is using a gyro on the iPhone. And Dave, how
are they sponsoring this podcast?
No, Smooth should though. With all that, thank you everybody for listening, and please do rate and subscribe on iTunes. We really appreciate that. And also stay tuned. Check out theboilingpointprocess.com as well, and see what we're up to. We've got some really exciting things that we are releasing as we speak. So with that, we will see you on the other side of that.
And tell us if we should be going, what do you say, triple...
Double, triple.
Double,
triple style.
Yeah. Double, triple style.
Tim Hart's culture.
That sounds,
love it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great one.
All right. See ya.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for checking out this episode of Boiling Point. Keep that pot boiling.